Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by two members of the Beaches. We got half of you guys today. So excited that you could join me.
We're happy to be here. Thanks for having us, Shannon.
Okay, so let's start off by talking about the pandemic. Has it totally interfered with like everything that you guys had planned for this year?
Yeah. We were planning to go on tour in the States, and the States is kind of like a no-go zone.
Yeah,
ever again.
Yeah, that was kind of the first thing to go. But we're lucky because we were able to do our whole Canadian tour right before this whole thing started. Like for so many people, our show was the last that they got to like normal show. So it's awesome to like have that experience. But yeah, life is weird now.
Yeah. You guys are actually the last show that I saw before everything got shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a special place in my heart. Yeah. Thank you guys. I don't want to say you're the reason that the pandemic happened, but
I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, and I think that's so nice too, especially the fact that you guys had 3 sold out shows at the Danforth like right before everything happened. So that's got to be a nice feeling to like be home and like put on those shows and then
Yeah, we definitely ended on like the highest note for us to like the biggest shows we've ever played.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
We're definitely holding on to that feeling for the rest of this pandemic.
Trying.
Yeah. At least that was a 2020 moment that you can like look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Did the pandemic get in the way of you guys creating music, or were you guys always just in a small enough bubble that it like never got or interfered with that?
Yeah, I feel like it interfered for like the first month or two where we were like, we should stay home and not see each other and just like stay with our families and in our bubble. But then we just really miss each other. So we're like, let's go to the studio kind of like every day and only see each other.
Yeah.
And it definitely helped with group morale.
Yeah. Like we were definitely playing music, but to be honest, the majority of the time we were talking because we haven't seen each other or hadn't for like maybe a month or two. And that was definitely the hardest part of the whole thing.
Yeah, to go from seeing each other every single day to like
not at all,
not knowing
really weird.
See you guys, it was like so down.
Very, very weird for us.
I feel like that's like summer break in school when you like don't see your friends for a couple months and then you see each other and you're like, this is crazy.
Oh, you've changed so much.
Yeah. So have you guys been creating music then because you haven't been able to go on the road?
A little bit. We definitely should be writing more. Yes. But we've really been enjoying our downtime and free time to do things that we haven't been able to do before. Yes. Like I've been drawing and like skateboarding a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not allowed to skateboard when we're like prepping for shows.
I can attest to her artistic abilities. She's really become quite the artist.
Yeah. What have you been doing?
Who, me? I've been doing a lot of cooking. I'm like learning some new things to make and actually baking, which I like have not done a lot, which I like. And my next thing, which I'm super late to the game too, is getting my driver's license. So I'm saying it now to the public, so I like hold myself. I'm gonna do it.
Good. You just haven't gotten it before? Why did you put it
I've never done it. It's like I went to high school like on a subway line, and like you live in downtown. It's not really a place to drive. It's not ideal, but we'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Hey, okay, next time that we catch up with you, I'll find out where you are with your driver's license. Do you have your G1
Yes.
yet?
Hold me accountable.
I will, definitely. Do you have anything yet?
That's what I need to do.
I have my G. I'm good to go.
Yeah, Leandra's good. She like drives our tours, like it's me.
Has been teaching you to drive? Who's been teaching you?
She doesn't have her G1, so she can't learn yet.
Oh, no way.
I'm sure that Leandra will teach me. James will teach me.
Our tour manager, James, he taught me a couple years ago. Great teacher.
Yeah.
And he was Kylie and Jordan's guitar teacher when they were like 6. So just natural teacher.
Overall.
He's over there.
He's right there.
That's really great. But you guys did actually, you were able to put on a show virtually the other day with Scene. How did that all go?
It was so fun. It was so awesome to like put on an actual live experience. And I think the crew that was in the room, small crew, must have enjoyed it because it was like very loud, and they were like, "Oh, it's very refreshing for us. It's been a while." But no, it's awesome to bring together people who are missing music and to provide that for everyone who kind of has a strong need for it right now.
Yeah, that's so cool. And last time I got to see you guys were shooting a music video, and I got to stop by and visit, which was so fun. At a safe distance, of course. Did the concept for that music video come from the fact that you had to social distance, or was that something that you guys already had in mind? How did that come to be?
No, I think originally the music video was supposed to be really different. Like Jordan had an idea for it.
Yes.
It was like a party vibe. I think like zombies were included or whatever, but obviously we couldn't have a party when this pandemic happened. Yeah. So we had to change that a bit. I think the whole video was shot like just individual shots, so we're never really together.
Except for the lame.
Oh yeah, the part that you saw, Shannon. We're together there.
But we were in a bubble at the time, so it's safe. It's okay.
But yeah, it came together really quick. It was like Jordan and the director Alex
collabing.
Yeah. It's just really a vibe, like a 70s vibe. There's no story to it. Yeah. It's like really cool shots.
Yeah.
Cool zooms.
It's a very visual video. There's we don't have a lot of videos that like don't have a storyline. So this one is one of those, and it's just it's a nice thing to watch.
Cool. Have you guys seen it yet? Do you know when it's coming out?
Many times. Yes, I've watched it many times.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's my favorite video. It's not out yet, but it's going to be my fave. I've watched it a bunch. Just because it looks cool.
Yeah, I think within the next month or two it will be out.
Yeah, I think like mid-September it's coming out. Today's September 1st, so this month.
Yeah,
September 1st. I know, it's crazy, hey, that we're already in September.
It's wild.
I don't like that.
It's wild.
So crazy. Okay, so you were talking about how like you guys grew up in Toronto and downtown, and you guys went to an arts type of high school. Is that right? That's where you guys met?
Yeah. Rosedale High School of the Arts.
Crazy. Did you guys go to that school like because you had a love for music and arts, or did you guys find your love for music because you went to this school?
It might be different. Like
I didn't Rosedale actually wasn't my first choice. I think I wanted to follow a boy that I liked to the other school named Malvern, and then my mom was like, "You're not going there." Sorry to name drop Malvern kids, but she was like, "You're going to Rosedale." So my mom basically forced me, but I really loved the community that was there, especially in like within the music community, and just everyone like was such a cool person, an individual person, and like no one like censored, who they were. Everyone was encouraged to just like really be yourself. It was awesome.
I went for music. Actually, I went for visual arts, which I dropped in like grade 10, but only because I was taking like piano lessons outside of school. So I was like, I'll just do that on my own time. And then I really focused on music once I got there. But yeah, I went to a Catholic school, so I wanted to get out of there and get to an art school to explore my arts.
Different vibes for sure.
Totally different vibes. Yeah, I went to like a very small private Christian school, so I get that for sure. Yeah, it was like everybody was just the same, so it must have been so cool to like go to a place where everybody's like doing their own thing.
Yeah, it was so drastically different from the school I went to, and I loved it. Yeah. And now that's why I'm wearing crazy shirts and hats.
Vintage baby.
Express yourself. What was your parents' reaction when you guys like formed the group? Did they think like, oh, this is a fun hobby, or were they like, okay, this could actually be something?
I think it took a little while for them to like my mom did force me to get a job. She was like, you need to make money. So that happened. But then I think once they saw things taking off, like we had a couple milestones that were pretty awesome. Like with, I guess, the Foo Fighters, that's late in the game, but still like that, I think they were like, okay, this can be something. Yeah, there's been some milestones for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, but you guys started when you were kids. So, yeah, but I think your parents were always super supportive.
They totally were. They totally were supportive from day one. They were like, you know what? They saw something in us too. So
yeah. Great. What about you, Leandra?
I was about to go to university when I joined, so I was definitely scared to ask my parents, like, can I take time off school and see where this goes? But they were so supportive. I don't know why it shocked me. It just did, because I always thought that like they would think that school is the path I have to go down, but they knew how much I loved music. And like from all the Avril Lavigne concerts my mom took me to, where I'd just be in the crowd being like, I want to do this. I want to be on stage and do what she's doing. So she knew that that was like all I've ever wanted.
Yeah. Was there a moment for your parents where they were like Eliza said with the Foo Fighters, where they're like, oh, okay, like you're doing it?
I don't know. I think they were just like into it since day one. They came to like all our shows.
Yeah, I was going to say probably the first time they saw us live. They were
I feel like my dad was hardcore into it from day one, because he'd come to our shows with like three people in the audience at like midnight. I don't think my mom came to like many of those.
No, I feel like her parents were always there. They're big dancers. Her parents dance hardcore at all of our shows. They love it.
I know when we got on the radio, I think like when Give It Up was on Indie 88.
Yeah.
That's when everyone was like super hyped. Like, oh, people are going to start to know who you are. And like, it's a real job.
I think the radio was a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment. That's awesome. That's so sweet. I want to talk about like being a woman in like a rock industry or just like the music industry as a whole. Do you guys find that do you feel like you get treated differently because you're women or maybe not taken it seriously? Or do you not find that that's a thing?
We used to a lot. Not as much anymore. I think there's just so many women in the scene now. More women are comfortable like kind of doing what we're doing. But when we started and we were coming up, there weren't a lot of women, and we definitely get comments from like that one that was like we were setting up our gear at a venue, and one of the workers came back and was like, "No fans allowed back here." We're playing. We're literally
setting up my drums. I'm not a fan.
Like, women, you must be groupies.
Yeah, that's basically it. And we get comments of like, "Oh, I didn't expect you guys to be good. I usually don't like girl bands or anything." Yeah. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's a backhanded compliment.
That happened a lot in the beginning, but I think now it's like less of a spectacle to see like women on stage playing rock music. So people comment on it less. And we do like, I think we have like an advantage in a way because we can, again, like people don't automatically expect a lot when they see like 4 girls walk out. So it's like we have that advantage in a way. But no, like people seem to be pretty cool these days, I think.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it as like it kind of sets a bar low for people's expectation because you're women. Yeah. Is that why you guys kind of like own the term girl band? Do you find it like derogative that people refer to you guys as like a girl band?
Yeah, that's it. When we came up with the girl band like shirts and all that is when we were playing a show very early days with Headley.
Yeah, theme drop.
Goodbye. All the fans were not into us because we were like girls who were close to their like boy band. They're like, oh, they're stealing our boys. They're gonna date our boys. Like, no. So we made those shirts to be like, yeah, we're that girl band that everyone's like commenting and stuff.
Yeah, to kind of own it. But like, it shouldn't be a genre. Like, I think I've seen on like certain streaming platforms where it's like, oh, this is the femme rock genre, and it's like only girls with guitars, and it's like we should stop looking at it that way. It's just rock.
A lot of people say like, you're my favorite girl band or whatever, but I would like us to just be your favorite band.
Yeah,
like I appreciate anything if you like us, but it would be cool to just be in a genre with guys,
not have to
girls.
Yeah.
So speaking of Headley, we don't have to talk about Headley, but I've noticed in the last couple of months, and I feel like you guys have too, that there are certain names that have come up in Toronto just in the last few months of like certain men being called out for sexually assaulting or like sexual allegations. What do you guys think about all of that? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think at the time when that was going down, I remember being particularly like distraught. I think all of us, and we made a post about this, like all of us have had our own experiences being in this industry, and I think in all industries really it's very present, but since it's a male dominated industry, the music one, we've all had our own experiences, so it was very jarring to like read all these things. And just for me personally, it was like I felt so horrible for like literally every single girl, because every girl has experienced this in one way or another, and it's like feeling all that at once is very overwhelming. And it was I'm glad they got called out, the ones that were, and they've been removed from the positions that they're in, which is good. But it was definitely a frustrating time.
Was it not surprising to you guys because you have gone through experiences like this yourself?
No, yeah. I mean, I think at first it's surprising when when we looked at that list and we're like, we know a lot of these guys and we've met them, and our experiences with them were good. But it's like we totally believe the victims, and we're like, not shocked at all because we know that this stuff goes on.
Totally.
So I was happy that they were being called out and that there were so many people supporting the victims and sharing all these stories.
Yeah, it's a vulnerable thing to do. Like, again, like I contemplated sharing certain things, and it's a vulnerable thing. And it's like, I really applaud everyone who came forward, and even people who, can't come forward. And it's really hard to deal with. So I'm really glad that we've seen some like action being taken.
Totally agree. And I think that's a really good point too, in the fact that like, just because you haven't personally experienced anything yourself doesn't mean that takes away from a victim's experience. Because obviously.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So The Professional is an EP that you guys came out with last year. Was there a reason or like, a decision going into the fact that you guys wanted to release an EP rather than a full album, or was it just because that was the amount of songs that you wanted to release at once? How did that decision making go?
I think we just wanted to get music out there as quickly as possible, and EPs seem to be the new way to go. Just like keep getting music out there, even if it's like 5 songs, and then you can have another EP in like a couple months.
Yeah.
Instead of like waiting a year for a full length.
Yeah, I think that was kind of what we had in mind. We knew that people really consume like music way faster these days, and they want new material, and especially if it's short, it's only 6 songs. It's like keep it coming more quickly. But as for the future, we're probably doing an album as opposed to an EP, but we'll keep it.
Yeah, we still don't know because COVID has changed everything.
Yeah,
I mean, we wanted to have an album out by now, before now, but now it's all changed.
An album feels complete, you know.
Yeah, but like you're saying, it's not like immediate either, so you kind of have to hold on to those songs for a long time, right?
Yeah. It's a weird time right now.
Before the whole pandemic hit, you guys have opened for a bunch of people, Passion Pit, Rolling Stones. You guys have worked with some massive names, Foo Fighters. Is there anybody on your bucket list that you're like, oh, I'm just dying to like open for this person or collab with this person?
Jack White.
Big one. I really think that us opening for the Killers would be super sick on a tour. I just think it'd be like a perfect match.
Yes.
They're so cool.
Yeah, that would be such a good fit.
Yeah, or Tame Impala.
Is it so nice for you guys to know that like you already have all these accomplishments? So it's even like those are your dreams, but those are still like you can reach those.
Yeah, I think like right now because of the pandemic, since it's so like there's nothing happening, I'm looking back and I'm like, oh wow, we actually did some cool stuff, you know?
I forget about a lot of it. Like dreams could even happen. Like the Stones, we would have never thought imaginable. Like I don't even think that was on my list because it's like, oh, there's no way.
Exactly.
Crazy. Okay, so Leandra, I know you're a big fan of the Jonas Brothers. So if you were to assign each member of the Beaches to a Jonas Brother that they're most like, including the bonus Jonas, Frankie, their little brother, who would be who?
I think I would be Joe.
I agree
because he's so funny. Nick is very serious. So Kylie or Jordan?
Thank you for not giving me Nick.
No, I wasn't going to give you Nick.
Wait. That'd be... Sorry. Love Kevin.
No, you can be Frankie. Frankie seems fun.
Okay, but who's Kevin? We love Kevin.
Kevin's
Everyone loves Kevin, yeah.
We'll give Jordan Nick.
That's funny.
Nick is also going to run for president in 2040, I believe.
And he's like...
I feel like Jordan could.
He's been on Broadway or something. Very Jordan.
Very Jordan. Jordan's Nick. So do you want to be Kevin or Frankie?
I feel like Kylie's the baby, so she's got to be Frankie. Okay. I'll take Kevin.
Kevin's a sweet dad.
Yeah.
He's funny.
We love Kevin. No, I love Kevin.
Yeah, everyone loves Kevin. Kevin's everyone's favorite Jonas Brother, for sure. That's so sweet. Thank you guys so much for chatting. Always a pleasure. Hopefully we can hang out again soon and do all the things once this pandemic is over.
Heck yes.
Yeah. Love you, Shannon. Thank you for doing this.